Hi everybody, welcome back to another video with saklesmiles. If you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button to join the gang. And if you are a returning subscriber, I welcome you back with all my love. Talent isn't just about the end result, it's about the process, thoughts, and feelings that you put into something. In today's video, I am highlighting Art.By.Aleighsha. How are you doing today, Aleighsha?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for being on my YouTube channel.
Thank you for having me.
Of
I
course, of
appreciate
course.
it.
Yes. So let's get right into it. So, Aleighsha, what is your art background and how did you get into art?
Art has always been a part of me somehow, but I was never a painter. I actually picked this up from a painting tip.
Oh.
I was at my aunt's house, and my aunt, she's a painter, and she was like, "Well, let's just have an impromptu girls' night or whatever." And I was like, "Okay, just out of boredom."
Mhm.
So she gave me some of her supplies, and I just took to it. And once I got back home, this was in Flint. Once I got back home to Maryland, my family was like, "Well, if you're serious about it, let's try it out." And it's been up from there.
Oh, that's
But I haven't
amazing.
yeah, I haven't had any like classes or anything like that. It was just something I picked up.
So that's just your natural gift then cuz your artwork is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I'm very impressed that you just picked that up. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you.
So, what does your artwork represent?
My artwork is all about women and our hair, our skin tones, our stories. My artwork is reflective of everyone. That's why many of my pieces don't have faces. I want you to see you or someone you love. I don't want you to admire somebody else's nose or somebody else's cleavage or shape or anything like that. All of these are you. You can create whatever story you want to from them. They're every woman. And
Mm.
it doesn't necessarily play to just African Americans. I also have other nationalities that appreciate my art, that see their friends and, maybe a public figure or something that they admire, or just, something that they would aspire to be.
Mm.
So I don't create the faces because I know sometimes we can get lost in somebody else's beauty, and it may just, introspectively dim our own. So if you could imagine yourself, or it's just like a big game of dress up. This is
Mhm.
you. This is reflective of you.
Yeah, because that was gonna be my next question. What's the meaning behind the no faces? Because
Yeah,
honestly, when I see your artwork, I could see myself in your artwork. Like
and
that
that's what
could
I
be
strive
me.
for.
Yeah, yeah. And then you can almost just predict the facial expression that the woman is going through in the
Hmm.
painting. So it's just amazing. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So what inspired you? I know you just picked up art, but is there anything that inspires you to keep going?
I think for right now, what inspires me the most is my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're little, you draw a picture for your mom. She stick it on the refrigerator. So these are all a dedication to my mom, and my mom actually collects my magnets and puts them on her refrigerator. It's almost full from
Oh,
the front and the side. So
okay.
so they're like my mom's little pictorials for like, "Mom, look, I made you something." So,
Mm-hmm.
but that's my biggest motivation right now. I actually am just in awe. I'm gracious. I'm just so thankful that I have picked up this gift. I'm 37.
Mm-hmm.
I've only been painting for 5 years. So to pick up a gift in what I think consider, like later in life, like
Mm-hmm.
it's not like I started like when I was 12 and, just
Right.
perfected it. Just for me to have just the success that I've had at this time in my life, it's just I'm just in awe of it, and I have so much gratitude to God, and it's just a daily motivator, just looking at it, and I'm my own biggest fan. I'm not, and my biggest critique,
Mm-hmm.
but I just, just to surround yourself with images that look like you,
Right. Right.
so that's a big motivator too.
I can't believe it's only 5 years that you've been
Only
doing art.
5 years.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God, you are so naturally talented. That's
Thank you.
oh goodness. And when you were saying about how your mom puts the artwork on the fridge, like I know back in the day, moms always just
Yep.
no matter how ugly your artwork is
Yep.
coming home from school, they put it on the fridge. So your mom is
Yep.
actually proud of your artwork.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. Thank you.
So how do you market your work? Like in studios, galleries?
Usually I like homegrown things
Mm-hmm.
because I never thought that this was going to happen, and I never want to be out of touch if it goes to another level other than it is now. So as far as reaching out to galleries and things like that, I want to be able to talk to everybody. I talk
Mm-hmm.
to all my customers. I keep up with them. How are your kids doing? I know some of their names. They send me
Mm.
pictures and things like that. So I don't want to become out of touch, but I do market myself on like Instagram and Facebook and other social media platforms. I do things locally, local events and things like that. But nothing too well, as far as the traditional route, as far as galleries and things like that. Maybe one day, but I like the homegrown aspect of telling people
Mm-hmm.
what this is about. I don't
Mm-hmm.
ever want to become out of touch.
Mm.
I even had a breast cancer series and just depicting because, Black women are more susceptible to breast cancer than any other
Yes.
race. And the artwork, when I first started, I only had one piece. And then women started emailing me pictures of their breasts. And that's
Mm.
how I knew that I had a connection with the people. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
can see yourself in it, you like, this is me. Can you show me? Just a
Mm-hmm.
complete stranger. So I knew that there was something, there. And I didn't want to say, like, oh, here, I have this for sale, buy it. There's nothing behind it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I've chosen to do like homegrown, maybe a festival or two or
Mm-hmm.
things like that. But I really like to be able to connect energies with my
Oh,
customers.
that's
So,
beautiful.
and create,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I call on my Facebook page and my Instagram page, we're family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you need something, you need some advice, you need to know how to get started in your business, you need to know how I do business, just reach out. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm friendly enough and, I just want to be able to connect with everybody. So when moments happen for me or moments happen for them, I want them to be just as happy as I am,
Right.
because you were essentially right there.
Lift each
You
other
watched
up.
it all happen. Yep.
Yep.
So,
Yep. I like that you keep relationships and connections with your
yep.
customers.
Yep.
That's awesome. It's not no one time deal and done.
No, no. When you buy something, you are stuck with me.
Ah, good.
You are definitely stuck with me. So yeah, I try to keep up with everybody.
Okay. So, what's your favorite artwork piece that you've done or pieces?
I've only kept one for myself. Out of all my paintings, it's just one that I refuse to sell,
Mhm.
and that's overthinking.
Okay.
And when I painted it, and I don't use an easel. I painted my bed.
Mm.
I just when I finished it, I just laid it in the bed, and I was like, like it was just like an overwhelming connection with it. And I don't
Mm.
know I think everybody's essentially an overthinker.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you can get past that thought of it and, like move on. But sometimes it lives in you and it lives in your posture, it lives in your eyes, So overthinking was a piece for me that I think was the most reflective of me personally. So I've
Mm.
never sold the original. I've sold prints of it, but I still have it. And that's the only painting I think out of 150 that I've kept for myself.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that next if you make extras for other people.
Yeah.
But the first one that you've done, you kept for yourself.
No, that was just the only painting I've kept for myself.
Oh,
I
okay.
painted a lot of them, but that's the only one that I've said like, no, I can't sell it.
Mm-hmm. You had that
So
personal connection with it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I understand. And what items do you sell with your artwork on it?
uh, Mugs, because I want everybody to be able to afford art. Art is a luxury, but I want everybody to be able to afford something. So I have magnets, prints. I have some t-shirts. Um, Canvas prints. They're a good alternative to the original if you missed the original or you can't afford the original at this time. Canvas prints, they're a good alternative. They're mounted just like the original on
Mm-hmm.
stretch canvas, and they're a little bit more durable and less expensive. So those are usually the some of the options that people choose opposed to getting the original,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes in addition to.
Mm-hmm.
I also have tote bags and just little things,
Mm-hmm.
so you can, if even if you can't afford to get the original at that time and you still want to support, there's something at every price point.
Okay. Okay. And if there's something not on your website that they want to purchase, but they don't see the product on your website, would they be able to contact you directly and you could put your artwork on something? Like, say if you don't do
Yes.
keychains or something, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
and you'd be able to.
Yep, I could
Okay.
definitely customize most items. I also do bulk items or personalized
Mm-hmm.
items. I know I've done a few birth announcements because I
Okay.
have a pregnancy painting and things like that.
Mm.
So usually, if somebody contacts me for something special, I'll work with them.
Okay. So I wanted to talk
Mhm.
about these coffee mugs. The Black Mama quotes on the coffee
Oh
mugs.
gosh,
I love them. Like I was
thank
scrolling
you.
through your Etsy page and I was reading them and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like we've all heard them."
Yes, yes, they are pretty popular. I've been doing them for a while, to maybe about 2 or 3 years or something like that. But
Mm.
what's strangely about those is that people connect with them, but some people are triggered, and
Mm.
um, I can understand that.
Mhm.
But I try to gently explain to them that everybody's experience is not the same,
Right.
and that if you have the option to choose the direction that
Mhm.
you want to go,
Mhm.
as an adult. So if these things are still affecting you, like, believe you me, I'm not picking on you. Like,
Mhm.
these were my experiences, and some of the phrases, though we as an adulthood we might say like, "Oh, that was kind of harsh" or whatever, but you got to think that they all came from love.
They did.
So
They
yeah,
did. They did. And we find ourselves repeating them to our children too.
yes, yes.
So the Aunt Viv painting.
Oh gosh, yeah,
Oh,
that was a big thing. I actually painted it almost a year before she saw it.
wow.
I had circulated it around or whatever, and I really wasn't like targeting her. It was my favorite episode
Mm.
ever, of Fresh Prince, and it just showed like just so much. She found, like, revisited a gift later on in life, like I
Mhm.
did,
Mhm.
and like, like, it was just the whole confidence factor that I'm outside of being hilarious.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I shared it in a group, and I just waited. I actually had sold the paintings.
Mm.
So because there was two of them. It was one in the pose that she ended up in, where her legs were in the air, and
Mhm.
then there was the one where she was the dancing or whatever. So
Mhm.
um I had just got a message on my Facebook business page, and my whole body went numb. I couldn't even read it. When
Oh
I
my
saw the name,
gosh.
I just fell. Like, I just collapsed. I was like, this isn't happening.
Oh
This
my
isn't happening.
goodness.
So, my mom was actually right there. I said, "Mom, this is." I was like, "Please just grab my phone." But like, I had to have a moment, and I'm like, "She's talking to me. She's
Oh my
talking to me."
gosh.
So I responded back, and we had like a little chat, and she was just telling me about just the show and everything, and how the episode came to be, and she actually injured herself during the episode, and
Mm.
like, she just said that it was a lot harder than it's shown, but she said she was glad she got through it. And so I said, "I'll paint you another one. I'll send it to you. You can have it. Like, I'll give you everything. Like, I'm just so grateful." And
Right.
she said, "No, you have a business and I have money. I will
Oh,
support you." And
that's
I was just like,
awesome.
"Oh."
Oh my
like,
gosh. That's
like,
awesome.
so from then on, I said, "Nope." I said, "Everyone pays."
Mhm. Yep. If Aunt Viv can pay, anybody can pay.
Everyone pays.
Right. I love Aunt Viv. And dark skin Aunt Viv and light skin Aunt Viv. Dark skin Aunt Viv is my favorite in the show.
Yes, there was definitely a difference.
Yeah.
There was definitely a difference in the character, relatability, and everything. It was surely a difference.
So, how did your paintings get on the Upshaws on Netflix show?
I was found on Etsy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like literally the set director said she was just scrolling and would I like to participate? And at first I thought it was scammy. Like because I get messages like that, and they're in like different languages and countries and stuff like that, and I just ignored. So this one was about to go that way too. So I responded, and she sent me the address. She bought all the stuff right then and there, and she said, "Well, I need it in 2 days because we're shooting." It was on Monday. She said we're shooting Friday. And so she paid to get it expedited and everything. And it took maybe about, I would say maybe about 7 or 8 months before the show aired. And that was it.
Wow. That's awesome. Like, people are definitely finding you. That's amazing.
I am so grateful.
Yeah, you are blessed.
Thank you so much.
So you do ship everywhere. Doesn't matter.
I ship everywhere. I try to, even though on my site it says my original paintings are only for the U.S., and that's because I want to have a discussion with the person if they want me to ship it further than that. Like, there needs to be like, some more talk other than clicking the button. Like, I want to make sure it goes through customs. I need all your information and things like that. So I do ship all over, but, it's mainly the U.S. right now. But my items like my mugs and my totes and they go everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. And the last question I have is, do you have any future plans for your business that you would like to share or keep secret?
Not so much, but I had my fingers crossed about something big coming up soon.
Okay.
But I will let that out when it's time. But festival season has started, so anybody that's looking to see my work in person locally, I'm out there. So my business page is Art.By.Aleighsha on Facebook and Art.By.Aleighsha.com, and all my updates and where I'll be will be there.
Okay.
So yeah, festival season starts at the end of this month.
Okay.
So it runs through September, so I'm trying to be everywhere.
Right, of course. Yes. And people with the Black Mama mugs, there's Mother's Day that's coming up, and those would make the perfect gifts for Mother's Day.
Yep.
Yes. All right, Aleighsha, you are truly amazing. I'm proud of all that you have accomplished. Like,
I really appreciate it. And you have taken my interview virginity.
Really?
Yay! Before. Believe it or not, my brother has a podcast, and I refuse to talk to him.
Oh my gosh!
My first time, I was so excited. I was nervous, but you have made me feel very comfortable to do this again. So I really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. So I became family, right?
Yes. Definitely family now.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to showcase your talent, and I wish you all the success with your business.
Thank you, and I do you.
And for the rest of you, I will see you guys all in my next video with Saklesmiles.